listing request.
Mine is not a listing.
Anybody who does not have a listing request, some correction in an order or something is free to mention.
Probably there's a matter coming tomorrow. We're asking the review today to be put with that tomorrow. That's a request.
That also has to go on an email. That's a listing.
I'll put it in the email.
Listing, if it's on listing, please don't mention. Please put it in an email. I'll look at it in the afternoon today. I promise you I'll do that. It's the same thing. When was the impugned order passed? By 19th, right? So we'll list it tomorrow.
Your Lordship, I'm just seeking permission to circulate.
But you could have also said it in an email. Sorry. Circulate a rejoinder.
Circulate a letter in tomorrow's matter listed at item 26. And for the respondent, you just need some
Too late
time
now.
to come.
We'll see tomorrow. Yes.
Because I'm mentioning a matter where I've already sent email.
We also said in the course of the discussion that an arbitration will never affect a criminal prosecution.
But I made that submission, I think.
All right. We don't have to put something, we don't have to put something, clarify something which is obvious.
Very good.
So before we begin, what we're proposing to do is that we have the income tax partnered group. NEET is about that today. We'll at least open the NEET matter and then we'll see what to do with the partnered group. We'll hopefully start with the partnered group, but it might just have to wait until we open the NEET matter because there's some urgency in the NEET matter. Young students all over the country are waiting for the outcome of this matter. So, but we are not going to lose season of the income tax matter because we are now also mentally we are in the matter.
But may I suggest, since we have circulated something yesterday, it can be kept tomorrow.
It's not a listing.
Anybody who does not have a listing request, some correction in an order, something is free to mention.
So what we are doing is that also has to go on an email.
That's bifurcating. We'll pick up item 1. Listing. So it's bifurcating matters, etc. That we mentioned. Procedural. Please put it in an email. I'll look at it in the afternoon today. I promise you I'll do that.
Item 1 is not bifurcating. Item 1 is a batch of cases on fringe benefit tax.
The fringe benefit
on some other name. The bifurcation is the gaming matter, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Why is that listed for direction? Because item 1 is only the. What master says that we have to pass the usual procedural direction for appointing nodal counsel by 19th, right? So we list it tomorrow.
Your Lordship, I'm just seeking permission to circulate.
But you could have also said it in an email. Sorry. Circulate a rejoinder.
Circulate a letter in tomorrow's matter listed at item 26. And for the respondent.
So now tell us for the petitioners who will be the nodal counsel.
I can volunteer. Mr. Kunal Kishore.
And what since you've already prepared.
Anisha Karya. I've already our compilation.
And for the department, Mr. Venkatraman, are you appearing in the one? You are appearing. Who will be the nodal counsel there?
Mr. Divakar.
Mr. Divakar. So Ms. Manisha Karya and Mr. Divakar will be nodal counsel. Usual orders. And prepare one common compilation duly indexed with written submissions in terms of our last circular. And file it by what date will you file it? Mr. Datar, by what date will you file the compilation?
Your Lordship is posting it in August or July?
We'll post it in August, so we'll give you enough time to file the compilation.
Yes.
You can file the compilation including written submissions by the 30th of July and we'll place it in August. All right, so that seal number 1 is over. That way, we have just one compilation, otherwise it becomes impossible to
Please.
Item 2, my lord, the canon matter, my lord, they have put a direction now. It has to be, bench has to be constituted. The out of batch of matter there.
So here also, can we have one compilation, please?
Yes,
we can do a compilation. Right? So who will be the nodal counsel?
I will.
Charanya will be the...
From our side, V. Chandrasekhar Bharti will be the
So,
panel host.
Charanya Lakshmikumar and Mr. V. Chandrasekhar Bharti. And can you prepare the submissions and compilation by 31st of July?
Definitely.
Then we'll keep it in the first week of August and we'll take it up. Because a lot of matters across India are dependent on this.
Pending.
Thousands.
Thing is, we might three member bench. Because this matter, the canon matter was passed by 3 judges.
Right.
Therefore, it has to be.
It has to be 3 judges. It'll be before this regular bench.
Yes,
It'll be before me and my 2 colleagues. So we are seized of the matter.
As it pleases.
Item 3 is Google matter.
My lord, I appear for Google. My your lordship recalls your lordship.
What we'll have to do is, are the compilations ready in Google?
Yeah.
Everything is done. My lord, give dates in September.
Today, Mr. Sarvin, only because we have the NEET matter and literally lakhs of students all over the country are waiting for the outcome of this matter.
No, in September, my lord, give dates in September.
Probably in the first week of September, so that we can
My
conclude.
lord, a little later, I have the Indus Valley dispute before the neutral expert in September.
Second week of September, Marathon.
After 15th, my lord.
Second week
After
of
15th, any day.
Submissions have not been received, the court master says, so you'll have to email them.
That will make sure, my lord, are sorted out.
Why don't you give us on the side of Mr. Salve one nodal counsel?
Yes.
I filed it. We filed it on the 3rd of October. We'll file it again. We'll send an email again. It's been filed.
All right. Who's the nodal counsel on your side?
Mr. Chandelier is the nodal counsel.
Mr. Shandila. And what about Mr. Venkatraman? Your side?
I've already said in the
We've already appointed nodal counsel. All right. Then make sure that is filed by the 31st of July.
Yes.
gaming matter.
This again, my lord, is the gaming matter.
Are these absolutely ready for
Union Madras has filed its counter. Where Lordships had directed Madras to be filed appointed nodal counsel that has not been.
We can do it in 1 week.
we set down 31st of July for completing the filing of the compilation.
Maybe 15th August may be better, Malad, but
Anti-profiting facts we can exclude, but amongst gaming, no segregation, my lord. Everything has to be heard here.
Agreed. My friend is right.
One second.
15th August may be better.
This exercise has been done in the registry.
Yes.
The gaming matters we've got separately listed and the anti-profiteering matters are separately.
Correct.
So they have to be segregated. Now, what we will do is that the learned counsel can. This is being done by Charanya.
The list is made. Charanya has
I
made.
will look at it.
Just check it up, Ram. Just give it to me now.
All right. Ms. Charanya Lakshmikumaran, learned counsel appearing on behalf of the petitioners, some of the petitioners, has prepared prepared a tabulated statement segregating into single invert commas, gaming into invert commas, matters from into single inverted commas, anti-profiteering matters. Stop. The statement is reproduced below. Copy kar lijiye. Mr. N. Venkatraman, Learned ASG, states that he will have this duly verified within the course of within a week. And intimate the registry in regard to whether he agrees on whether the reflects the correctness of the statement. Stop. This may be communicated to the court master no later than by date on the email ID. The compilations are ready.
The counter was received by us in the writ petitions on Monday evening. So we need some time to file the writ.
Joint has to be filed. That may be filed on or before 31 July 2024.
Lordship, some of the transferred matters, the councils indicated that they would also like to make written submission when we checked with them. So they were waiting for direction.
All right. If any further written submissions are to be filed, including the transferred cases, they may be filed with the nodal counsel. We will send them to the common compilation. So the written submission shall not exceed 5 pages each. Because
would your lordship settle down on 31st for directions?
Absolutely.
Would your lordship have it on 31st for directions, Manoj?
We'll have it on the 31st of July for directions. On the 31st, which is a Wednesday.
The game will be taken first.
All right.
Directions.
Why not segregated?
We are segregating gaming and the two sets
Anti-profiting.
be taken
There is no difficulty in segregating gaming and anti-profiting. Now, any segregation within gaming is not acceptable.
No. That's
No, no.
we are not asking for it now.
Somebody last time said game of skill should be segregated.
Mr. Venkataraman, now you're giving them ideas.
Yes, correct.
No games. That's phenomenal. All right. Now, so that covers 4, 19 and 20.
Anti-profiting some day.
So 31st of July, we'll keep it for directions.
Yes.
Just to ensure that everything is complete, then we list it immediately and hear this.
Great.
Obliged.
Matter, because this is for the gaming matter. Now the counter, etc. we have prepared. For anti-profiting matters, there are no directions in terms of
The circular.
permission.
Right. So for the anti-property matters, we'll issue similar procedural directions. Same nodal council.
Can be then.
Same nodal council, same. And by 31st July, that process must be completed. You can call them. Publish it. That is neat.
Please balance.
Mr. Egde, we'll now stand back the income tax matters. We are not adjourning it for the day, but in view of the importance of the NEET matters, we'll take up the NEET matters, because but all the other learned council may step aside and you can have a little time off, but we'll take up the income tax matter because they're not taking up any other heavy matter until we take up that. So NEET only because of the social ramification, we thought we'll give priority to the NEET matter. All right, now
They're all mixed up. 5, 7, 9 and all that.
now who's going to open the arguments in the NEET matters for the petitioners?
My lord, my item 5 is slightly on a different footing. I am showing not merely the leakage of the examinations, but I am showing the...
Because mine is the first matter wherein the...
Mr. Dwivedi, where are you appearing in this matter? That is pension matter. I think you're safe today because, if after this, we are going to take up the parted tax matter, which will take the rest of the day. So, but the judge's pension matter is again important and we will take it up probably next week. We'll list it and take it up. Just a little adjustment of the board, that's all.
It's so far as item 7, if I can, the writ petition under Article 226 of this candidate is pending before Honorable High Court of Delhi. He has filed writ petition under 32 before this Honorable Court also, saying that I'll withdraw that. This is the third time consecutively where he is alleging that my OMR has been replaced, which is actually...
All right. That we will see what to do there, because that's not about the systemic issue, but about his own OM. There we may be who's appearing. Which one is that serial number?
Item 5. In 5, 14.
So 5, why don't you do this? Go to the High Court. Whether your OMR sheet has been replaced or not, there is not a systemic issue.
High Court has already passed the judgments. High Court has refused to examine this issue. My lord had delegated...
So why have you filed a writ petition? You have to file an SLP then.
No, my lord, in 2020, I went before Honorable High Court on the directions of this Honorable Court.
Now High Court is held against you.
In 2021.
21 hoga, 20 hoga, 19 hoga, 23 hoga.
My lord, since that...
But now tell us, what remedy do you have against that judgment of the High Court?
Against that, even if I come in SLP, my lord cannot grant me an admission. My lord, I am saying I reappear in the examination in the...
Fair enough. We'll entertain your writ.
Yes.
On one condition, that now then we will treat the order of the High Court as attained finality.
Yes.
So we will then hear your writ on the footing that the order of the High Court has attained finality. So you are taking a chance.
My lord, High Court refused to examine the issues. That's the final.
All right, we'll see. We'll see when the matter is called in.
My lord, may I...
Mr. Abutu, we are seized of the matter. We know how important it is. It's about our own retired judges. But we have the NEET matter today, so we'll give priority to the NEET matter today. We just indicated to Mr. Dwivedi, we'll try and accommodate it sometime next week, so we'll take it up immediately. We'll just give me a little time, so I'll just in the evening discuss the board position with the court master, and then we'll take it because we have to take it up.
My lord, I'm here for item number 6. I have the same prayer that my OMR sheet was replaced and the...
All right, let the matter open up now. If everybody just keeps on giving your individual time, who's going to open the hearing?
Yes, mine is the first matter, my lord, where they have filed their responses.
So we'll hear Mr. Huda first.
Yes, my lord, I'll supplement whatever he is.
All right, and then we'll hear the solicitor.
Your lordships had an occasion to go through the second status report.
Yes, we have seen the second status.
That is something is crystal.
You've seen the second stage?
Yesterday it was.
Yes. I saw it in the morning today. Both my learned brothers have seen the second status report.
Great, praise the Lord. This is yours.
Just one suggestion.
Okay.
All my
Okay.
to the first play. My lord, in item 5, may I please request that the first prayer is, my lord, that
You're not arguing it. You have somebody before you who is to argue his matter.
they are in item 7 and item 5. I am making a request.
But which is the lead prayer? Which is the lead matter? Are you prepared to argue the whole matter on the leak, etc.?
No, I'm on not on the legal aspect, my lord.
Why are you interrupting the flow of the proceedings? Allow somebody who is arguing the main matter to take charge, right? We'll hear you. We'll hear you at the end. No problem.
It's not replied. May it please, Lord. Lord, 2-3 things at the outset, Lord. As per my Lord's direction, CBI was supposed to file their status report. Filing, we understood it will be filed and it will be supplied to us. And that was the direction.
The only problem is this.
Pardon?
The only problem is this today. I mean, I'm all for transparency. In fact, this is not a sealed cover procedure. Let me be very clear. But today an investigation is going on.
Correct. I might follow that.
If what CBI has told us in the course of the investigation is revealed, probably the investigation will get scuttled because people will become wise on what are the leads which have emerged in the course of the investigation. So that's the only thing.
I bow down, Lord, straight away. My only... You see, the intervention in between will cause a problem.
So what we would like you to do, Mr. Huda, is
Please.
you have to, redaction is not possible in these kind. If it's redacted, then it'll have nothing of it'll have nothing of substance. You will have to show us, prima facie on the basis of your submissions, that the leak is so systemic and has affected the entire examination process across the country that we must cancel the examination and direct a fresh examination to be held.
Yes.
That is the area where we want to hear you. And then we'll hear the learned solicitor in response to that.
I will assess this honorable court in that area.
Just 1 second. Just second, we have some ideas also on what we are going to pose to the solicitor thereafter.
Please, Lord.
We would like you to assist us on assuming, if we accept your wider submission that you must have a fresh NEET examination, then that's what you exactly want. Suppose in the alternative, after hearing you both, we are not with you, then we would like you to also assist the court on which are the further lines of investigation, what are the lines of investigation which must be carried out. In the sense that which are the specific issues which must be investigated. So we would like your assistance on both, the other than alternate argument.
Yes, but that alternative argument has also come in my supplementary note which I circulated yesterday.
Okay, we'll
in the same matter, I have suggested that this is the line of investigation should be conducted to unearth this entire controversy.
All right, then we'll look at that. Later on, we'll read it with you.
At the outset, Lord, I was flagging my handicap in I'm assisting. I'm not saying that. But the handicap I have in assisting this honorable court in this leak matter, one, they have not declared the entire result. They have declared the result of 100 people. And my assistance is information gathered from here and there. UPSC, Lord, in IAS exam, they declare the result of entire people. At least they should have declared the result of this 1 lakh people who get admission. First 50,000 in the medical colleges.
Just one second.
The two handicaps, Lord, may kindly notice, I will have in the course of my assistance to this honorable court.
First 50,000. How many seats in the government medical colleges?
56,000. And Lord, everybody clamor for these first 56,000. Even the people below 56,000 may be willing to go for a re-examination.
And how many in the private medical colleges?
52,000. 56 and 52. That is 1,08,000. Now, Lord, if re-exam happens, literally it is, if all of them do not want re-examination, the total number is 1,08,000 people, not 23 lakh people. The remaining 22 lakh people
have not got admission at all.
Have not got admission. So they are willing.
Except for the fact that if some people have wrongly got into the 1,08,000 category,
That's right.
then somebody below the 1,08,000 can legitimately get into that 1,08,000.
Correct. So, but in fact, the balance is this 1 lakh. If all of them 1 lakh don't want re-examination, this 1 lakh on one side and 22 lakh on the other side who would like to take a chance in view of the this examination is marred by controversy. All 22 lakh would like to have a second chance.
That argument,
Yes,
Mr. Huda, there's a problem. Forget the question of leak in this matter. Merely because, say, out of 22 lakh, 1,08,000 only have got admission or would get admission, and therefore you are left with, say, about 22 lakh students who would want to take a chance. We cannot order a re-examination merely because they want to take a chance.
But I just
Re-examination has to be on a concrete footing, that the sanctity of the entire examination has been
I bow down. I just wanted to dispel an impression that the stake in the re-examination is of lakhs of people. No, the stake is of 1,08,000 people. I will have to demonstrate conclusively that we cannot segregate tainted from the untainted. In Tanvi Sabharwal case and the judgment authored by Malone clearly says in Tanvi Sabharwal's case, the finding was we have identified 44 candidates out of 6 lakhs. The remaining we are not able to identify. So we cannot permit even 10 people.
So Huda, I think, you need not labor that point because you're absolutely right on that.
I'm so great.
That if you can, conceptually, that if you can establish that it is not possible to segregate the tainted from the untainted, then the whole exam will go. Because those basic, you can of course show those authorities briefly to us at a certain point. But when we have looked at the facts, but before we go into the authorities, we want you to address the core of the facts before us.
Milord, I will try to first summarize my case and then elaborate, so that Milord has an idea what I am saying.
You can summarize, ma'am. My brother Justice Pardiwala would like to know, out of 1,08,000, totally how many petitioners are before the court?
Milord, it is NTA can say, Milord.
NTA, 38 petitions. Yes. Now, you're for NTA, no?
38.
The transfer petitions filed by the NTA, madam.
So 38 petitions includes the 6 transfer petitions or the transfer
petitions before this honorable court would include the 6 transfer petitions filed by the NTA, madam. So 32 petitioners, 32 petitions.
Our question is little.
I represent 10. I'm from
how many are asking?
We can supported by 43 more from
I do not know how many, at least 100 the candidates called us individually, but who have not.
I think they have a figure.
108.
108. Mr. Kaushik, if you can just ask somebody, any of your team from the NTA, to just do this physical exercise of telling us even at lunch or after lunch, how many total students are involved in the matters before not involved, but how many students have moved the court in this batch of cases?
I have not with utmost respect, my lords, that way.
Approximately 108 are seeking reconduct of the examination.
Council,
50.
108 who are seeking re-exam are amongst 1,08,000.
No.
Yes.
No,
No, they'll be outside 1,08,000.
We are outside 1,08,000.
They can't be. They can't.
Because 1,08,000 would get, they have succeeded.
1,08,000 cannot seek re-examination at all.
I represent
So all those who have not been able to
Yes,
clear.
yes.
some people within 1,08,000 also before your lordships, because they say
They will not get into government medical.
They will not they will get into it.
My lord, in my page, in my page, 700. In my pixel, my lord, there are 5 candidates. One of them.
Now in charge, unless we ask a question to some other council, the others may not interrupt, because otherwise, our line of thinking is also affected. And he's deflected also. He has a thought process in some matter, yes.
students out of total.
But they are not in mission.
I'm on your side, ma'am.
Also, Brother Mishra has a point. What is the minimum mark which has been received by the petitioners before the court? We just want, you need not give us an offhand answer, just do it at lunch and tell us.
My lord, can I one thing, my lord? In 5 petitioners in my petition, my lord. One is having, my lord, 700. Another is having 600.
How will we be able to, just wait for a minute. Let's have the conceptual basis of the matter. We can't go in individual facts like this. Let's have the concept very clear before us, and then we can see where the balance lies. Yes, Mr. Wood. We'll hear you. We're not going to run away. We are here to hear you and do justice to the matter.
Qualifying marks are 164.
Done this exercise. There are 131 students who are not falling within 1,08,000, and they are retest.
131 students.
130. And there are petitioners, and there are 254 who are falling within 1,08,000. They are opposing them. Not that statistics can assist your lordship either way, but factually this is the position.
So 131 students beyond 1,08,000 who want a retest, and
254 they are in the form of IAs for implement.
Who are opposing?
For opposing the retest. They fall within 1,08,000.
The figures may not always be right, my lords, because I represent somebody who falls within.
Yes, that's true.
And whose rank is about 2009. But, my lords, we'll work out the figures in common with Mr. Corte.
Now tell us also what is the cutoff rank for the 56,000 and for the 1,08,000.
May just one clarification conceptually. Anybody who is above the 50th percentile qualifies, in the sense that if somebody above them also does not go into medicine, goes into IIT, for instance, there will be a figure. So passing is 164. Passing is 164, but admission is a dynamic process, may stop at 1 lakh, may stop at 1,50,000. And depending on the particular quota or reservation or whatever is available. 164 is the cutoff mark. 164 means that you are above the 50th percentile. So about half the people have a qualification to be allotted a seat. Not everybody will be allotted a seat. So it's a dynamic process. There is 1,08,000 seats available. Some of them may not opt for medicine, some may go into IIT, this, that, and the other. The figure will come down. And also depending on whether you have a reserved category or something. So it is not, so it is dynamic, but roughly saying, I think the last figures will stop at 2.5 lakhs, rank-wise. That's
all right. Let's hear Mr. Budana. Yes, Mr. Budana.
So, my lord, I'm starting.
You can summarize your case, you say.
Yes, my lord. I'll just summarize. But it will give me a space. Lord, I'm starting with a handicap. I do not have the result. Because of that, I cannot have the data analytics, which the state has placed NTA has placed on record, giving the bell curve. And Lord, one of the director of IIT Madras is a member of the governing body of NTA. They have run the data analytics process, taking the entire number of 23,33,000 candidates who sat in the examination. If data analytics is to be run to 23,33,000 people, at what stage 10,000 or 20,000 people have sneaked into it? This data analytics running into half a page, which every dot means thousands of people. You cannot detect any abnormality when you draw a bell curve, which is based on 23,33,000. The correct procedure, if at all they were doing it, the correct procedure was to apply this process to 108,000 people. The first 1 lakh people in 2021, 22, 23 and 24. Probably the curve would have been able to catch 1,000, 2,000 people going up and down. Now even 1% is up, is into thousands of candidates. This Honorable Court has not tolerated, even if it comes to a conclusion that 1,000 people have entered into the system of this 1 lakh, which we are not able to detect. This examination cannot be sustained.
Well, that's one aspect about what IIT Madras has done. Now, what about how do you develop? Now you can develop the basic case that you have.
I'm demonstrating that IIT Madras can't be relied upon.
Because they have taken the entire body of 21.33 lakhs.
That's right.
And according to you, that data analytics should have been done on the restricted figure of 1,08,000 and compare that with 2021, 22 and 23.
So great. And Lord, the governing body member is the of NTA is the director IIT Madras. There is a conflict of interest. Lord.
No, but therefore, you take it. I mean, what is at the highest, what does that lead to? Your argument is that the data has been done by NTA itself.
Correct. That's right.
It can't be higher than that.
And apply.
That's because the director of IIT Madras is also on the governing body of NTA.
That's right.
Actually, he's not.
He's not, they say.
He's present in the court on my request. He says he's not on the board of directors of NTA.
Oh, I see.
He was an outsider who's without expertise.
But anybody from IIT Madras who is on the governing body of NTA?
He was. Somebody else was.
Was means in the past.
In past.
Today, IIT Madras has nobody from IIT Madras in NTA.
When was that password when he exited?
But the person, the director who has prepared this report.
Mr. Solicitor, just sit for a second and ask them what the position is so that you can have a seat.
Were you a member of NTA? This is not the way it is done. Please don't do it.
I have not attended any board, nor do I member.
He's not a member. Any other person who is a member.
Because I'm not a person. That's a previous director.
When?
I said now, Mr.
Subject to further verification. But the IIT, whichever IIT organizes JEE examination, IIT JEE for selection in, the chairman of that examination committee is ex officio member in NET, NT. But the office, the director who has prepared this report is not the member, but some Mr. Gopal.
Now, IIT JEE for 2024 was held by IIT Madras or who else?
IIT Madras. He is the chairman of that IIT JEE examination committee, but he deputed somebody to attend meetings of NT. He ex officio is there to use his expertise.
So I'll just take it down. IIT JEE for 2024
was conducted by IIT Madras.
Yes.
And the chairman of IIT who conducts IIT JEE, ex officio is a member of NTA.
And what role does NTA have in regard to the IIT JEE?
Nothing.
There's no.
He is.
Just ask the director.
NTA conducts JEE.
So the actual NTA, the actual IIT JEE mains are conducted by NTA.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So IIT Madras would only set the papers, or what happens?
No, they would conduct the examination. Advanced they conduct, JEE mains is conducted by NT.
So mains is conducted by
NTA.
By NTA. That's like the preliminary exam. The mains.
Advanced.
Advance is like advance is only
final.
This is only for IIT. Whosoever is intended to get admission in IIT, they opt for the advance. Otherwise, all other
they are only the admissions are on the basis of IIT JEE main.
The mains.
And IIT JEE advanced. NTA doesn't conduct that. So IIT JEE advanced is conducted by whom?
NTA.
No.
This is conducted by IITs.
IITs or one IIT?
One IIT. It is conducted by IITs. One become the organizing IIT. This year it was IIT Madras.
Okay, so like the CLAT.
Yes.
So this year, the IIT JEE Advanced, the organizer was IIT Madras.
Correct. And he has gone into city-wise as well as center-wise analysis.
Now, when you said that the chairperson of IIT JEE is the ex officio member of NTA,
Governing body.
of the government, is ex officio a member of the governing body?
Yes, it's a governing body. It has no correlation with the activities of the conduct of the exam.
So the IIT JEE, the chairperson. So this time, who was the chairperson?
I think this time chairperson. He was the chair.
He was the chairperson. He deputed one Mr. Gopal Krishnan to attend the meetings on his behalf.
No, but who was the chairperson? The director of IIT Madras was the chairperson?
Yes. For J. Because IIT Madras was the organizing body.
So IIT Madras was the organizing body both for the mains as well as advance, or only for advance?
Only advance.
Mains
was conducted by NTA, by us
entirely. But IIT Madras's director was an ex officio member of the
governing body, which is a kind of
NTA. Of NTA. And is he an ex officio member only for this year or generally?
He would be, whichever IIT conducts the exam.
For that year, he becomes a member of the government. All right, I got it.
But I must tell your lordships, my lord, that what is placed in the report is, my lord, for say a city-wise spread of top 100 rankers.
This time the director IIT Madras would be ex officio member of the NTA, but he had deputed somebody else on his behalf to attend the meetings.
One Mr. Professor Gopal Krishnan. And I have city-wise and center-wise.
That I'm explaining.
But deputed professor or doctor?
Gopal Krishnan. Professor Gopal Krishnan. But if my learned friend is going on the question of bias, that may not help here. I've sat with him, my lord, I have examined everything which he has done. Yeah, I can show it to your lordships, and lord, it is city-wise, center-wise, and at the national level.
Yes, Lord.
That there is no.
That can indicate when your turn comes. All right, now tell us.
Without showing the document, but that city-wise and center-wise, the first table is, my lord, the bell curve of 23,000 people. 23 lakh people. The second table is city-wise top ranker analysis, the top 100, how top 100s are spread over across the cities. Then there is a table which gives
Can we do this, Mr. Huda, to understand your submission? Can we just look at the report of IIT Madras?
Yes, I straight away demonstrate.
Let's go straight there because let us first understand what they have done.
Yes, that's great. Lord, may kindly see the reply filed by them on 10th of July.
Just 1 second. Seal number kaun sa hai bhai? Union of India.
Additional affidavit dated 10th of July filed on behalf of respondent number 2, Lord.
28 dated 10th of July?
Correct, Lord. That's right. Lord, this is respondent number 2. Annexure A, Lord. Page 12.
Page 950 तो है ही नहीं बोलता. It's analysis of the 17 candidates or no?
No. This annexure is data analytics of NEET UG 2024, annexure A.
It may be part of the petition filed by Shivangi Mishra. Item Shivangi Mishra. That was the first.
Yes, it is in Shivangi Mishra's case, my lord, because they didn't file it in my case.
Yes.
Yeah, we got it.
But copies are served on.
Yes,
That is
copies are.
report from IIT Madras, pages 12 to 18. Let's see that.
Yes. Now, you see, and at page 12 is there's an executive summary given on page 1, and then the charts. Executive summary indicates they have gone all the way to explain. If I can read it, the executive summary.
Yes.
Marks distribution follows the bell-shaped curve which is witnessed in any large-scale examination.
Just 1 second.
Yeah. Executive summary, short summary. Marks distribution follows bell-shaped curve that is witnessed in any large-scale examination, indicating no abnormality. City-wise and center-wise analysis done for 2 years, 23-24, to find out if there are any abnormal indication. Analysis is carried out for the top 1.4 lakh ranks, given that the total number of seats across the country is around 1.1 lakh. This analysis is granular enough to indicate any abnormality had a large number of students gotten into high rank top 5% due to malpractice, or if students from a particular exam center or city were benefited. The analysis show that there is neither any indication of mass malpractice nor a localized set of candidates being benefited leading to abnormal scores. I would say this beyond their brief, what they are stating here. D, there is an overall increase in the marks obtained by students E part. There is an overall increase in the marks obtained by students, specifically in the range of 550 to 720. This increase is seen across the cities and centers. This is attributed to 25% reduction in syllabus. That's not their for them to say. In addition, the candidates obtaining such high marks are spread across multiple cities and multiple centers, indicating very less likelihood of malpractice. If I can take just one moment here. NTA, the Government of India, in their reply is talking that they're attributing 2 reasons for this exponential inflation in the marks. 2 reasons are there is 22 to 25% syllabus reduction and hence the inflation. 2, increase in candidates. Nowhere there is a whisper that there was increase in the syllabus that we have placed on record. If not more, at least corresponding. So, if I can say so, the reply is not giving a full disclosure for oblique reasons. If they are talking about deleting the syllabus, they should simultaneously talk about increase also. At least they should disclose it. I will show the increase part of the syllabus. I will come to it. So there is an increase and decrease both. But this IIT Madras is talking about 25% reduction. Probably they are not given the papers that there is an increase also. And why IIT Madras will not?
Let's look at the data.
Yes. Now kindly see the first table. This table blood is for 23 lakh people. They say it is a bell shape. And any large examination will have a similar kind of a shape. And hence, there is no red flags. Now, starting from extreme right, where 720, now my lord, it is going up to the marks. Now, at every stop, there are thousands and thousands of people. This one line, which encapsulate about 24 lakh people, cannot give them any abnormality if 10,000 have gotten into this system through a back door and there is an inflation. Inflation is admitted. Leak is admitted. They are trying to justify it that it should be the same curve, and it is the same curve. So this is no indication that there is no abnormal. That is my respectful submission. Because of the data is too large, which can't be caught. Granular variations can't be seen with this large data. Reasons are there is 22 to 25% syllabus reduction and hence the inflation. Increase in candidates. Nowhere there is a whisper that there was increase in the next table that we have placed on. They say the CT wise top ranker analysis. If not more, at least corresponding. So, if I can say so, the reply plot is not giving a full disclosure for oblique reasons. If they are talking about deleting the syllabus, they should simultaneously talk about increase also. At least they should disclose it.
Similar
I will show
was carried out by
increased part of the syllabus.
And the results followed the same distribution.
So there is an increase and decrease both.
Verified by IIT
This
Madras.
IIT Madras is talking about 25% reduction. Probably they are not given the papers that there is an increase also. And why IIT Madras will not?
Let's look at the data.
Yes. Now kindly see the first table. This table, blood, is for 23 lakh people. They say it is a L shape. And any large examination will have candidates for all the candidates who took the examination. Similar, and hence there is no red flags. Now, starting from extreme right, where 720, now it is going up to the marks. Now, at every they have run it for top 100. They should give for top 100, which and that will include about which had cannot give them 8 candidates from the same center. Any abnormality, if 10,000 have gotten into. Now they are leaving us in darkness because they have the data, we do not have a data. So whatever they are saying, we are trying to analyze and find is it correct or not. To justify the same story runs through all their tables. So let me tell you the next table. So this is no indication that there is no abnormality.
I can give you, there is no difficulty.
Because all right, I will read the narration also.
Only a minute, just to give the context. This chart shows that out of students who got
granular variations
and we are not counting those 1,563. Please don't count them because they become a separate class.
My only limit is why only for 75%. Why don't they give a data for 100?
I'm answering that. Please allow me to. In Bengaluru, just to show the difference, in 23 there was 1, here it is 5. Maximum in India. The city which got was 100.
Yes. Next table. That is 5 in Bengaluru. City by top ranker and
Kota 3, Namakkal 3, Patna 2. Rest
100 ranks.
Reasons.
Top 100 ranks. So you can give us what cities do they come from?
Deleting the syllabus.
Because we have now got the data for the 17, 5 and 4, 9 and 8, 12 and 15 to 17.
Rest 1010.
In a chart, you can cut it out and give it to us and give it to the others also.
So there is an increase in
top 100.
certified by IIT
Madras is talking about 25% reduction.
Page 118, we have shared the hundreds also.
Why IIT
Also, and we have based it on.
Just give it to us separately right now.
Yes.
You have it right now, just give it to us.
Separately, it is annexed to our counter.
Let's look at the data.
Now, when you look at the first table, this table blood is for 20 boundary level of NTA. They say it is a
Item 7.
Yes.
in any large examination for all the candidates who took the examination. And hence there is no red flag.
To 91 places.
Now, starting from
these 5 are top. Bangalore has maximum students.
No, Lord, it is
5 who
going
are in
up
the
to,
first 100.
the marks.
The rest would be 10, 10, 10.
They have run it for top 100. They should give for top 100.
Do it on behalf of NTA.
Yes, 118 annexed R90.
Cannot be 8 candidates are from the same center. Normality. If 10,000 have got
121.
now they are leaving us in darkness because they have the data, we do not have a data. So whatever they are saying, we are trying to analyze and is it correct or not. To justify the same story runs through all their data. So there is no indication that there is no analysis of top 100.
There is no difficulty.
Counter affidavit on behalf of NTA.
Narration also. Only a minute. Additional affidavit of NTA.
Additional affidavit of NTA.
That out of students who got grants, 1360.
One Vinod Kumar Sahu
They
is
say
the
they
deponent.
become a separate class.
Annexure A1 is a performance analysis of 17 candidates of Patna, Bihar.
I'm answering that. Please allow me to. Yes.
A2 is copy of screenshots of messages.
Say.
Now, which is the chart that you're referring to?
118 is 518. Maximum in India. The city which
there was
100
Yes.
the analysis of the top 100
How is that?
Annexure 19, R19.
118. पेज नंबर तो 118 होगा.
Additional. It's continuous page PDF 1070. 1070.
There is no top ranker. This is the addition. Sound. This is so good. Here they have given center-wise toppers for all 100.
Right. So first is Guntur.
That's it.
But can your lordships come to 121?
Yes, we got it.
We have 121.
Yes.
Please see Lucknow.
See which one?
Lucknow, my lord. Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow, my lord. Left hand side, first column, Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. 2, 1, 1. The lordship gets, my lord. Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh is the state. Lucknow is the city, and SDSN Mahavidyalaya is the center. From that center, out of 100, 2 candidates fall into our 100, first 100. Then in Lucknow, Loyola International, 1 student, and Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow Central Academy, 1 student. Total up to 4. And therefore, in the report of the IIT Madras, they mentioned Lucknow as 4.
Lord, may at the same page, Lord, may kindly see at page 120, there are 9 people 8 people from Jaipur, which they have not captured in the table. Kindly see the Jaipur, my lord. Page 120. Jaipur alone has, my lord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 people.
Sir.
They have captured 2. They have not captured 9.
You're right. 1, 2, 3,
Nine.
4,
It is
5,
nine.
6, 8, 9 probably. 6.
No, 8 seconds.
7 people from Bihar, my lord, in this.
Uttar Pradesh, we get 2 and 1, 3 and 1, 4.
Yes.
That 3 from Lucknow, 2 from Noida. Lucknow 4. Lucknow 4, no?
Well, the purpose is to show that they are spread over. That in Lucknow, there are only 4 out of total 23 lakhs who appear. But just to show that if there would have been any
If they are giving
stage of practice,
Well, if they
in
are
one
giving-
center there would be a spike. That's the intention.
Bihar, there are 7, right?
Yes.
Bihar, they are 7. Yes, my lord.
6. State-wise, Bihar, there are 7.
Yes,
Right?
yes, my lord.
Then Haryana, how many?
Pradesh 7.
Gujarat, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Haryana 3. 4. Haryana 4, my lord. And Lord, may kindly notice Haryana 4 is in a situation, if I can be given a moment here.
Yeah.
There was one Hardyal school in Bahadurgarh where 8 people were from the same center. And the story of that center is, my lord, the paper distributed in that center, the 500 odd student, was taken from Canara Bank. Paper was
a different issue.
That's a different issue, but I'm showing it. It has a relevancy.
But Haryana, there are 4. There are 4 in the top hand. Top.
There were 6 people in the top, which are not even they are not there now. Because what happened, my lord, in Bahadurgarh, my lord, that's one other glaring thing I just want to state here. NTA never disclosed it. That in Hardyal school, Jhajjar, the question paper taken from Canara Bank was distributed. That paper was taken. There was absolutely no delay in distribution of paper. The principal of the school is on record on YouTube. Even here it can be shown. She says that we collected paper from SBI as well as Canara. Ultimately, the instructions came that you distribute paper from. Allow me to state it. Please.
It's a different issue. We will not
that which you have never disclosed on affidavit till now. And I will demonstrate it. That's a very clinching issue, which they are getting agitated on that. Paper taken from SBI as well as Canara both. The paper was distributed, which is taken from Canara Bank. The entire country was giving the paper taken from SBI, but Hardyal School, Bahadurgarh, paper was given, distributed, and ultimately full time was given and paper was taken on the basis of Canara Bank. Answer that
call that we should call it from.
Now, my lord, what happened is, just if I can complete it. What happens is, the principal says that after about 40 minutes, I conveyed it that we were told Canara Bank and now the students are attempting Canara Bank question paper. Then the instructions to her was that, all right, if it's already 40 minutes, so let them do Canara Bank. They did Canara Bank. Ultimately, what they did not disclose it to anyone, but they gave grace marks to everyone in that school. And because of those extra marks,
6 people got 720 out of 720. 2 students from the same center got 718 and 719. Thereafter, this was a grace marks given.
Of course, thereafter a fresh examination was held.
No, Lord, that is impinging upon the entire system they had. Now, initially, they arbitrarily gave grace marks for which they were not entitled to at all. Now, this is how they have given grace marks across the country. There was absolutely no justification because they have not come clean on that. Here, they should have said, in Bahadurgarh, a different paper was given. That is why we are holding a re-exam. Fine. First, they said that there was a delay in distribution of paper. There was a loss of time and hence grace marks. When they were caught in this court, then they appeared before the Honorable Other Coordinate Bench and said, now we are having a re-examination. So please do not go into how we gave the grace marks to this 1,561 people. 1,563. So the question that how they gave grace marks to 1,563 people on account of loss of time has not been examined by this Honorable Court. They, in their reply, they say that the issue stand resolved because we have had a re-exam. My question is, Lord, that how in the first instance they identify 1,563 like the center in Bahadurgarh, and to hush up the matter, they say we have a re-exam. Now, Lord, if it was on account of loss of time, they should have given opportunity to everyone in the country. That wherever there is a...
Mr. Huda, that has attained finality. Our court dismissed that, our court has upheld the re-examination. Initially, they decided to give grace marks to everybody. That was when that was done. There were representations. They said they told us last time that there were representations. Thereafter, they decided to revoke that because a fresh committee was appointed, and they decided to have a re-examination. Is that correct?
My respectful submission.
I may have to interrupt here only for a moment, my lords.
Later.
My respectful submission is this. In the first instance, they indulged into pick and choose for identifying 1,563. One classic example is of Bahadurgarh. Then nobody knows how they picked up 1,563. And re-examination, the people who were not entitled to get this chance again, got the chance again. And out of this number, out of the total, out of 1,563.
Out of 1,563, how many make it into the 1,08,000?
Yes, but that's an interesting question. They have not disclosed. But out of 1,563.
Tell us. That's the proof of the pudding isn't that.
Yes,
out of the 1,563 who got the retest, how many actually have made it?
Which included 8 top ranker from one center.
We'll find an answer to that.
Now,
see, I've done now the top 100. These cities gave repetitions. Huda, when you were arguing, I've just from that top 100, I've done an analysis. The maximum from the states, you said they had disclosed data only for 4 or 5 states. Now, Andhra Pradesh got 7 in the top 100. Bihar 7. Gujarat 7. Just check this up. Ask your team to check it up. I've just done it manually. Andhra Pradesh 7. Bihar 7. Gujarat 7. Haryana 4. Delhi 3. Karnataka 6, Kerala 5, Maharashtra 12, Punjab 6, Rajasthan 19, Tamil Nadu 8, UP 6, and West Bengal 5. So it appears that this spread in the top 100 marks is distributed across the country.
Yes. Look,
this covers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 states, and 12 states and 1 UT.
That's right. That's right. on this 1563, I just want to point out one fact. The people who got re-examination opportunity,
Not it is
out of them
95 centers.
773
The 100
did not pass the basic marks in the
100 candidates, our affidavit, my lord, says, first 100 candidates was analyzed and it has been reported that they are distributed across 95 centers located in 56 cities within 18 states and UT of the country. 69, my lord, in Vanshika Yadav state.
What have you said? That the first 100.
First, in this regard, just read, my lord. It is submitted that allegation of the petitioner that number of students scoring high marks are only from certain center is completely unsubstantiated. In this regard, the result of top 100 candidates was analyzed and it has been reported that they are distributed across 95 centers located in 56 cities.
Yes.
Within 18 states or UTs of the country. This diverse distribution highlights the widespread participation and competitive spirit among students from different regions and educational backgrounds.
Mr. Huda,
This is not
you on the other aspects. But if you look at, as they say, first 100 candidates are distributed in 95 centers in 56 cities in 18 states. Apart from that, as we said, the maximum we have taken in students, at least 5 or more per state. 5 or more per state. We find that distribution in 12 states and 1 union territory. With the highest being Maharashtra, which is, Rajasthan 19, followed by Maharashtra 12, followed by Gujarat and Bihar 7, and Karnataka 6.
yes, Lord.
for us, my lord.
67. The 67 students.
Yes, they
who secured 720 out of 720.
They are also, my lord, reduced now because of the re-examination.
Now tell us, originally 67 students.
Yes, please.
Got
720 out of
720 out of 720.
Yes.
Now, how many of those were in the, I think 17 were in that 1563, no?
Yes. No,
44.
How much? 44?
Initially, they are reduced. 7 were there. Which got reduced?
Yes.
Got reduced to 61 because of re-exam at Bahadurgarh. And it's 44 we are attributing to the aspect of one question paper in which 2 options were marked correct. As a result hereof, it's 44 candidates got the benefit of extra 4 marks, making it 7 and 20. If those 44 are removed, then toppers in the entire country are only 17.
And so 44 students got the benefit of the grace marks.
Grace marks.
Not grace marks, full marks for when they were, there was an error in the NCERT book contained the wrong answer.
Hardship is that.
No, there were 2 correct answers. Yes, that's what we'll see here.
So anybody who gave either the NCERT answer or the actually correct answer was given, graded as correct.
If they are removed,
they were 44.
yes, because they would otherwise get minus, because this is a negative marking system.
Because you didn't go by the NCERT, your booklet didn't go by the NCERT answer, but what was truly the correct answer? They said that, look, the earlier edition of the NCERT book had also this answer.
Now,
so you treated both as correct answers.
Yes.
And those are 44 students.
And total, my lord, are otherwise 17, which in a multiple choice question, my lord, framework is possible in that out of.
So now, as it stands, 61 students across India get 720 out of 720 today.
Yes.
Out of which 44 students have got the benefit of had one question where there were two correct answers were treated as the correct, two options were treated as correct answers.
So we have
Then 17 remains.
So balance 17 really.
If 44 are
100%.
no expectations.
Now tell us one thing, out of these 61 students who have now got 720 out of 720, or let me put it this way, in the top 100, are there any cases where students had changed their centers? In the entire exam, Mr. Kaushik, how many students changed their centers in the entire exam? 23 lakhs. We'll go step by step. In the 23 lakh, total number of students who appeared were 23.33 lakhs. How many students had changed their centers out of the 23.33 lakhs?
Yes, the center allotment is only on two aspects, only two factors. One is permanent city and the current city residence. We do not give any specific option with regard to the change of center. The correction window is opened up. In that, the field may be changed by the candidates, which will not come to our knowledge.
So that will be permanent or the current city?
Yes, it's only two options.
So once you are registered, you can't change your center.
What they do is, in the name of corrections, some students change the center also, correcting the parameters or the fields of the application form. We give correction window for some time. During that process, only the possibility of change of center. But
you will never know it.
No minutes. That also has to be on the basis of the address.
But you don't have the fields which are originally filled in by the student and the corrected fields.
So far, as of now, the system doesn't catch that.
So we don't know how many students actually changed their centers when the window for correction was open.
We know the correct number of the students who utilized the reopening of the window, in which 15,000 students utilize the correction model.
No, one second. 15,000 students utilize the window which was kept open for making corrections in their applications.
And we have
now, of the 15,000, how many had corrected the field of the center?
They shy away from
one second.
Also.
Yes.
For that, that they should open this window. Rajasthan High Court
window to correct the fields. The window to correct the fields. How many days was that window kept open?
2 days only.
What are the days?
9th and 10th of April.
9 and 10.
Not for correction. This is not for correction, my lords.
One second. We'll ask them. This is
factually incorrect.
1 second, Mr. Kaushik. The window to correct the fields. How many days and when was that?
24.
List of dates.
On 8th April, page 99 of the 99 direction.
Now tell us one more thing. The candidate, when the candidate fills in the application form online, does the candidate have to fill in the city or center?
City
only. Center is allotted by NTA. By the computer. So what they can change is the city, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if a candidate has, say, filled in Guwahati, that candidate during that window can change it from Guwahati to Lucknow.
Yes.
But no candidate can decide on the center. Is that correct? Centers are allotted only by NTA. Just check, is that correct?
Yes.
By computer system or
by the computer system.
Center allotment is only 2 days or 3 days before the exact date of exam. So nobody would come to know which center is going to be allocated.
But that's not an issue. Center will be in the same city.
To correct fields, you are saying?
March 28th March to 20th March, page number 98.
Is it correct? 18th March to 20th March?
18th March to 20th March and 11th April to 15th April.
All right, 1 second.
11th to 15th was additional. New people came 9th and 10th. 9th
and 11 to 15.
Yes, it's apparently 9th and 10th.
It's 9th and both.
Now tell us one thing. How many came in? How many corrected their fields 18th and 20th March?
That NEET's data is to be found out.
But you said that 15,000, no?
That is NEET's when additional slot was opened on the basis of the court orders and representations. Further time it was given to make fresh applications.
In April?
Yes, please.
So 15,000.
Yes.
24,000.
All right, 8th April to 15th, 11th April to 15th April, you said, no?
No, 8th April to 10th April.
No.
Correction window is 7th to 15th.
Notification was 8th April dated and the window was open for 9th and 10th for new registration. For new registration, not for correction. And for correction, which, sir, I am reading for you from your affidavit and from your document.
What do you read?
I was at page number 99.
Just read it.
Page number 99. This is the public notice dated 13th March 2022. The subject is correction in particulars on the online application form of National Eligibility cum Entrance Exam UG 2024. Now, my lord, I am reading the box, the relevant part. NEET 2024 UG. Duration of correction 18th March to 20th March 2024 up to 11:50 p.m.
Right.
Field for correction. So he's even not disclosing that what field. It was specifically mentioned that field for correction is as per Annexure A, and that Annexure A was not. Annexure A was filed on the next page. All fields. This is very important.
So between 18th and 20th March, you could correct all fields.
All fields and update documents except the contact, mobile number, email. So other than everything else.
Now, which was the second window? We got the first window, 18th to 20th March. What is the second window?
The second window is 9th of April and 10th of April. For 2 days, the second window opened for a new application, a new registration.
At page
number 15,000. They will not say that this is unprecedented. It never happened earlier. They say that they were directed to do this by the Rajasthan High Court. Rajasthan High Court order is on record, which pertained to only one candidate. And High Court said, for this candidate, you permit him the registration.
So 9th and 10th April 2024, you say there were 15,000 fresh registrations.
24,000 as per our information.
Now, let's ask Kaushik. Now, 18th to 20th March 24, how many corrections? That is the window for corrections. Do we have figures about that?
That we will have to work out.
All right. And 9th to the 10th of April, how many new applications came?
That, according to our information, we have given the data minutes 15,000 applications. New applications were received.
We'll take your data. It's official data.
And my lord, one more important change of center is concerned. The petitioners have focused only at Godhra. In Godhra, the change of center was by only 34 persons, out of which only 16 could be allotted the change of center.
They are not getting any addition.
They are not getting any.
So come again for change of centers.
Yes.
Was by NTA, you changed the center.
By the candidates.
Permitted change.
Yes.
No, but you took it that the candidate has no choice of change of center.
Correction of city. City. I stand correct.
City.
Right. So,
for example, Jaipur to Godhra. And out of.
So do we have any data on how many students all over the country, say in the first 108,000, we'll now focus on 108,000, no better, had changed their cities?
We will get that data, but we have got the data of Godhra only. It's because the Godhra was the only.
So how many of the 108,000 would have changed their cities. We would like to know that.
That will be possible.
And we would also like to see the distribution of which were the cities that they changed. Was there any change in respect of one of these suspect areas, like Hazaribagh or Patna, or is there any concentration in the change of cities to specific cities?
There is one interesting statistic.
That will give us some idea.
Seen one.
Is there any skew? In respect of those who got registered between the 9th and 10th of April 24? So after lunch, we're just short of lunch. We'll just break for lunch. After all this mental exercise, we also need a little lunch. But what we want to know is this, that those who changed their centers, how many of those have made it to the 108,000? That's one. And second, is there any skew in favor of those who had changed the cities on the 9th and 10th?
We have, let's roughly work out.
Some people change their language. Some people change their language. They said, please give us a Gujarati medium, for instance.
What language? Just that, us also language. So concentrate on 9th and 10th of April. How many students change? How many of the fresh registrations? For fresh registration also could change their centers?
Yes. Fresh registration date is after which
when they change the center during that period.
New application is totally different. New applications are completely different.
Can an old student
one more. Only confined to one student. Then how did you open up the portal for on 9th and 10th of April 2024 beyond that one student? Yes. As a result of which 15,000 students registered. Just 1 second, we have something very important. We'll forget it otherwise. Out of the 15,000 students, how many are in the 108,000?
Correct. The reason is, I can give.
Mr. Kaushik, just talk to your staff at lunch and come back after lunch.
Advocate here. I think our discussions are going a little off. But I may be permitted to address your lordship for just 5 minutes.
Of course. Who said no?
No, before you further proceed, I was patiently listening everything because I think the whole issue is
one second.
Yes.
One of your colleagues is in.
No, I only want one sentence to be permitted.
After he finishes, we'll hear
No, I only wanted to say one sentence. Hear me in one sentence.
One sentence.
One sentence only. The whole question before the court is whether the test should be, examination be cancelled or and a re-examination to be conducted. The discussion is far away from that.
No. This is the heart of it. We have to look at the evidence, the underlying evidentiary record to see whether
that is a major administrative decision. It is not depending on a minor irregularity here or there. It's a major administrative decision. For a minor irregularity here or there.
All right. Mr. Nedumara, 1 second. We were a little confused. Are you on this side or on that side?
I am for the petitioners and my submission is.
You are saying no retest.
No, absolutely. The only way is to conduct a retest.
Okay. Then that's.
And I want to use a very soft terminology. Very soft terminology. I discussed with the IIT professor. He used a strong terminology. I'm not using it. He used the terminology the professor used was the IIT report. He said there are 3 types of lies, damn lies, and now IIT report.
Data. Let's not.
I'm not using it. I'm not saying that. I'm
use adjective.
No, I'm not using.
That's not fair. Mr. Nedumara, also 1 second. Let's not just damn it's Premier Institute. It's so easy to say something about a Premier Institute. Give us core facts.
No, I am very soft on them.
Four facts.
If my lord were to hear the full
If I can point out just one aspect of the exam, my lord, if I can just say one aspect before my lord.
All right, we'll come back after this. Yes, man. Your judges association matter.
Scope of your lordships can take.
Definitely. Then we'll keep it in the first week of August and we'll take it up. Because a lot of matters across India are dependent on this.
Pending.
thousands.
Thing is, three-member bench. Because this matter, the canon matter was passed by 3 judges.
Right.
Therefore, it has to be.
It has to be 3 judges. It'll be before this regular bench.
Yes,
It'll be before me and my 2 colleagues. So we are seized of the matter.
As it pleases.
Item 3 is the Google matter.
Manoj, I appear for Google. Your lordship recalls your
What
lordship.
we'll have to do is, are the compilations ready in Google?